all of that. We can't
Oh
hear
my
none of that.
God! I
We
was
couldn't hear none of that.
just
Everything you said, whatever monologue you went on, diatribe,
oh my
we
God!
ain't hear none of it. Damn, we ain't hear none of that. What you say? What you
I
say?
said, I said, welcome to Realistic Bible. The Bible's always wrong.
Happy birthday, sis.
Y'all
Your
didn't say
birthday.
nothing in the chat or nothing. Lord
We
have mercy.
did. We in the private chat. Look. We in the private chat. Look at
Oh,
that. Lord Jesus.
I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all.
Lord. Lord Jesus.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Blueprints to
Salute. Salute.
and coming through and look, that's what I texted you. Celebrating with me for my 50th birthday. So thank you guys for coming through. We're gonna have some fun and I'm gonna trigger the men's. Yes, yes, yes.
Lord Jesus.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Happy
trigger.
birthday, sis. The
Thank
big
you.
5-0. The big 5-0. How you feel?
I feel the same.
Lord Jesus. You feel the same, y'all.
I feel different, you
She don't feel no different.
know. Keep closing, because OG's watching now. You
Okay.
can't be on the screen naked when
Salute OG
daddy,
Pop.
daddy is watching.
I mean, it's your birthday. Birthday suits would be acceptable, right? It's your birthday.
I mean, shout out to Kevin Samuels, collarbones showing. Yes, yes, yes.
Salute. Salute.
Kevin
Rest in peace.
Samuels, yes, collarbones. But thank you guys for tuning in. Let me bring up the rest of my guests, and then we'll get through all the formalities. As y'all know, brother is here, and then what's your name? City Boy. Oh, we got City Boys in the house. Thomas
Yeah.
Legacy.
City boys up. What up, Thomas?
Happy birthday, Pretty Ray. Happy birthday.
Oh my goodness. And we got my dear friend Nino Black is in the house.
Nino.
And then we have our favorite, one of my day ones in the house. Uncle Ricky is in the house.
Salute. What up, Unc?
Hello, hello. Happy Earth Day, you pretty thing. You. How y'all doing? What's popping? What's popping,
What's up,
fellas? How
Uncle
y'all doing,
Rick?
bros?
What up, bro?
Nino.
Yes, sir.
What's up, y'all?
Salute, Nino.
And of course, we got the Portugal Menace.
The prodigal son.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Today, nobody. If anyone call her sexy red like we usually do, we get banned for
Yes,
24 hours.
yes,
Damn.
yes. um,
How are you doing? How are you guys doing, friends?
What's good,
yeah.
Patty?
What's up, Patty? What's up, y'all?
So
Ah.
that
Bad take.
I mean, you guys got drinks? Because this live, you're gonna need some drinks. Because
I can drink.
you go.
I got you, Fatty. Don't worry about it. I got you.
Am I good? Am I good today?
I can drink because I have a mask.
There you go, the mask.
You know I have a mask because this shit hurts. Can you put me on the big? Can you put me on the big screen?
Oh, your
Damn.
tooth. You
Feel
took
like
it out?
pain.
Oh,
Patty, what
that's
happened to
crazy.
your tooth?
He's out.
Like he beat up Batman.
You
Oh
said it's
my!
out?
Shit.
Like he's out.
Oh, they took it out?
This was a cheap tooth
Daddy,
that
I thought
started
you
to become.
had to wear the thing for a couple of months for.
No, I have it. I have but
The partial, yeah.
I'm just I'm going outside without the tooth. I'm going to the gym without a tooth. I'm living my only on the internet.
On the
Hey, Fatty, you know what's so crazy? My daughter, she chipped her tooth. I took her to the dentist today and got it the filler. It filled in the other part, so it looks normal.
But that's what happened to me. They filled it like a veneer, and it
Right.
lasted like 30 years. But the thing is, because the tooth is cheap, it started becoming weak. So the bone was flaring my gums because it was so weak.
Okay.
Like the dude literally said, I said, "Do we need to do something egregious?" He said, "No, it's literally loose. Do you want to see it?" He literally got up the appliance, did it, poof, and it literally came out like a tooth like this.
Wow.
So now I have to wait for my gums to heal, and then in 4 months we do the implant. And there's
Okay,
another
facts.
and there's another powwow that is gone because man, life is kind of funny, right? You solve one problem, something breaks.
Yeah,
You
no.
solve that
Facts.
problem.
That's how it goes.
Facts.
Every time, facts.
That's the
Something
thing that they don't
something
tell
will
you.
find a way to spend your money. That's a
Yeah,
fact.
the adult life, that's the fuck. Like you think you got to the end of the game, and they say nope, back to the drawing board.
That's why I just spend my money before everybody else get it.
Damn,
I
that's
swear to
crazy.
God, I need to start doing
I
that.
beat you to the punch.
Mm-hmm.
Beat you to the punch.
You're not going to take my money.
That's
I
a
take
fact.
my money.
The
But
longer
no,
your money sit, the longer your money sit, the more stuff happens.
Yeah,
Damn.
nah, y'all are preaching facts. Sis, what's the latest at the Harris house? I got this bee nest, fellas, on the roof of my house. Shit is huge.
Oh shit!
God.
That's some good honey right there. That's some good honey.
That's gonna be something. But like y'all said, man, it's always something. So just keep your head up,
There's
keep
always
pushing and be
something.
prepared. You know what I mean?
And Red, when you can, before you start the show, can you check your DMs on Discord, please? Just I need some direction.
Damn.
I
Book a
need
session.
some-
Book a session, Fatty. That's crazy.
Hey, we kick. Red actually is one of the few that can compete with us on AI, but we're going to kick her ass very soon.
Now, her shit. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Her shit. I be seeing.
Mhm.
While
I
I'm
be
on
seeing
my
this shit on
birthday,
TikTok.
while I'm on my birthday vacation, I have 2 classes that I'm taking. I don't know, Patty.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
Fatty, I was about to book a session with you, but Sexy Red shit, y'all like looking.
Wait.
He did say it.
Wait a
He
minute.
said it. I knew it. He said it. He's blocked for a whole day.
Oh no.
I said, close them doors. Ushers, close the doors.
He said it. I knew somebody's going to, because the thing is not even. It's like
I said Miss Pretty Sexy Red. Y'all missed it.
Uh-oh.
You changed
Miss
it
Pretty.
now.
Here we go.
That's that day. I was there, Miss Pretty Red,
You
very very pretty red, very
Yeah, and
pretty
you
red
missed
bride.
it because it's not pretty, it's petty. So double, do 2
What's wrong with you? You niggas are crazy.
Wait a minute, Fred. I'm sending you the thing.
This
Damn.
motherfucker came back just to double down and lose another day.
I'm
That's
sending
crazy.
you the thing.
Hey,
Sometimes you just need
Hey,
to
Petty
take
Red,
the L.
I need you to your credentials too.
What?
You can
Oh,
you can read between the lines.
I got you. I'm sending
All right.
you.
Uh-oh. Diesel is going to be mad about this.
What's going on? What's happening?
Nah, ain't like that. What y'all talking about, man?
Hell,
Why it's not like
police.
that? It could be like that. Why you denying yourself from happiness?
Oh, no. Hey, he's a Caribbean.
You don't want to be happy, Thomas? That's crazy.
Let's
Let me go ahead
go.
and turn my volume down.
It's not like that.
Look, y'all acting up too much.
I say, man, that's not like that.
All right, guys. Look, so y'all know what the goals are for my birthday: 10 memberships and $150 for the birthday fund. And I think I got it right this time, brother. I think I got it right.
Let's go.
Let's see.
Don't forget to support the Paper Towel Fund on Cash App, Red Lipstick Vibes.
Shout out to my son, Caleb.
Let's go. Let's go.
That was nice.
What up, Caleb?
Oh my god! And my son is about that. Yeah, he's a little bit taller than the AI. Yeah, but he is that. He's a big boy.
He in the sports?
6'3", 6'3" and a half. Yeah, 6'3" and a half and 300 pounds. I got a big one. I don't know how, but I got.
You better hide him.
That's all that food.
Hey, Red, you better hide him from Cammy because she has a.
Oh, boy. Wait a minute.
Wow.
Oh
As
my
soon as
God.
he said 300 pounds, she was like, "Ooh wee."
Ooh, we.
I don't. Yeah. My son he likes vanilla. Don't tell Dr. Umar.
Oh, wait a minute.
He's a
I said,
winter.
close them doors.
Damn. That
Don't
means
talk
the winter
don't
soldier.
talk like Umar, y'all.
No bunnies forever. Snow bunnies
I'm
forever.
working on him. I'm working on him. I'm working on him. I'm working on him.
Do you guys really have a problem with that?
With what?
With the snow bunny shit?
No, not at all. Not at all. If that's
Nah,
what you.
Can you be pro-black and they out?
Now I don't know about all that. I don't
Sure.
know. I don't know if I agree with
You
that.
I'll
don't think
see.
about it
I
like
don't
Dave
think you
Chappelle.
can be pro-black.
I think you
I don't
can.
But
think
the thing,
I don't
like
think
Dave Chappelle, he dated like he impregnated the mother of his kids, his wife. He's Asian. He's not pro-black.
Or is
I
that
think he is
disrespectful?
somewhat. I think
Or is
he's
that
more
disrespectful?
moral. I think he's more morals and principles than pro-black.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because he walked away from 50 M's. So
Because of the like, and he justified because they wanted to do to him what they do to all the black comedians coming up.
facts, they did. Yeah, he wasn't trying to go. Yeah.
Like trying to make you do some shady. So like that's right.
Yeah, I
think
mean, yeah, it could be because they wanted him to leave in Blue Streak. They wanted him to leave the prison when he was getting snuck out as a prostitute, but he refused to do it. That's why Martin snuck him out like in his regular clothes, but they wanted him to sneak him out as a prostitute.
What are we talking
I don't know. I'm lost.
Dave Chappelle. I don't know about the story, but talking about Dave Chappelle because
about? Oh, okay.
they said that he refused 50 million to because they were kind of trying to turn him
Okay.
like the gay roles and the dresses and all that.
Right. And that's when I follow up and I said, and I've seen in Blue Streak when he was being let out, snuck out the jail. They wanted him to be snuck out as a prostitute and he refused. That's why in the movie you see him being snuck out in regular clothes.
So, guys,
Yes,
you know what we want to talk about tonight, right?
Sure.
So
No.
So last week, we did what about the men series right now because a lot of women, they always come in my chat and in my comments, especially Travel One. Shout out to Travel One.
Oh my! You listen to that crazy lady. You listen to that crazy lady. Hey, petty rats! I know this is your channel and you run it the way that you want to run, but the black man is out of order.
That's a gay man. I keep trying to tell you.
The black man is out of order.
She's like, well, what about the men though? What about the men though? So I said, you know what? I want to do some segments on what about the men though. So last week we did. Not last week, but the last episode we did this.
Well, what does it make you if you have sex with different women?
A slut maker.
Y'all was out here slut making.
No comment.
I'm trying to tell you, no.
Y'all was out here slut making.
No, she was a slut when I met her.
How can one man make a woman a slut?
Not just one
man. I'm just one person. How can I fuck a million woman? Like if I fuck a million woman, how many sluts is I created? Zero. They only have one. They have only one body. I don't have the power to create nothing.
But Fatty, the women are saying that it's your fault that they are whores. Okay?
And since when we listen to what women say?
Exactly.
I thought it was 1925.
Exactly.
Damn.
Now, because promiscuous women,
baby.
they don't start being promiscuous in their 20s. They don't start about 13, 14, 15. So by the time they get in their 20s, they are already motherfucking NASCAR around the block. So, how's the demands fault at that point?
Even better, these women that come from good families and have good daddies, go ask what they were doing in college as soon as the daddy was 300 miles away. It doesn't matter.
I beg your
pardon. They decide if they want to be yours or not. No.
I mean, that's a good place to decide. I would rather she decide in college than decide on the block or decide in prison or decide.
What difference it makes?
Most good stories start with in college. In college, ... So to make it sound like it's a bad story, that's where you get knowledge at. even if it's knowledge of being a whore. But
Okay.
Damn.
I
I
wouldn't
get
say
what y'all saying about y'all don't make these women whores, but what about the 4 guys that treated her just like you, fucked her and left her? Now she's a whore.
There's
You
a
don't think you
problem.
got nothing to do with that?
No,
But
she
Mr. He
shouldn't fuck. She
said we
shouldn't.
got.
She
Go ahead,
shouldn't fuck
Fatty.
nobody. She shouldn't fuck nobody before.
Right.
She should date. She should date it like Mr. He said and Miss She said dated. First, I figured out if I like you, and then if I actually like you, we fuck. Now she decided to fuck them, and then figure out if they like her or not. Don't fuck nobody that you don't like, and make sure that they like you back. It's very simple to do. It's not rocket science, right? So it's not the responsibility of the man.
And they obviously don't teach rocket science in college, obviously.
Yeah, and there's some nuances to that. Some of them probably been essayed by their uncle, and I heard stories of them being essayed by such a and then they turn promiscuous after that.
Minority or majority.
That's
Very minority.
Exactly. So
That-
let's stop
yes.
using that. So
So
let's
why
No,
you
hold on,
bring
because
it up?
you ain't let me hold on, Uncle Rick. You got.
Okay.
I was giving context to it. I said so. There's some minute cases where people would say that, but for the majority, they are making these decisions. You know what I'm saying, Uncle Rick? Like they're
I
making these.
appreciate that. I got you. I
Yeah,
appreciate it.
they making these conscious decisions to
It's all
do.
conscious decisions except the first time. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
I hate the fact that everybody want to use the trauma as an excuse, right? Let's put it like this, right? I don't want to personalize it, right? But let's say if a man SA someone's daughter, right? But he was SA, it ain't no excuse for him, is it?
Nope.
No,
Because right, even though he went through that trauma, he should be grown and adult enough, right, to understand that shouldn't make him, correct?
Yep.
So what's
That's
so
the point
different?
I was making. That's the point I was making. That they are trying to that say the minority cases they may try to they'll use that, but that's like I said, that's minority, and the majority of it, these are conscious decisions that they want to make. Nobody's forcing them.
Right. I jumped in too early. My
Yeah,
apologies.
yeah, you good. Nobody's forcing them. This is what they want to do. So it's not on the man because men. What do they always say? Women control access to sex. Right? Right? So if a woman says no, for normal sane men, you ain't getting none. I ain't talking about the creeps or the predators. If a woman, my wife say no, you gotta live with that.
And
So
in
if
the
they're
majority,
saying, go ahead, go ahead.
in the majority of cases, when a woman says no, men don't pursue further.
That's it. Yeah.
How can let's hold on, listen to what I'm saying. Watch this. So it's men that's married to women that's in sexless marriages. Aren't their wives saying no?
Facts.
Right.
Facts.
So even in like I say, the extreme case of a marriage where you were supposed to belong to me and me to you, if you tell me no, I still can't pursue. So what make y'all think, the honest to God truth, right? What make y'all think that these essays and these grapes is going on at a large scale out in the public?
0.1%. 0.1%. Abortions by those make up less than 1%.
How much you about to get?
Less than 1%. But that was the main talking point for rights. Well, what if this happens? 0.1%. Incest and rape combined, 1.2%.
It's the minority. It's
like it doesn't happen every day. But
right.
97% of deletions that took place were due to consensual sex. So that should tell you enough.
Do you know you're a little whore? You might not say you're a whore, but you is one.
Oh.
Pam, your name. Pam.
Oh, we want to get
That was a crazy. The timing. I don't know if the time is right.
Yeah, that's
right. So we talked about that the last time because we did it on the next show. So we got a crisis going on, men. The feminization of boys.
Oh, man.
Men, right? And so we hear this thing where we say that women cannot raise men, right? And so the women are turning it around and blaming it on the men. That the boys are
No.
and feminized, you know. So
Women
that's
don't do that. Women don't blame men. What are you talking about?
So they said, what about the men? It's your fault.
Petty Red, every sassy ass boy that I see at the mall, cornrows, earrings, looking sassy as hell, there was no man around. Every time I'm going, I see a sassy ass little boy whining.
What the?
Thomas!
Dang.
That's crazy.
These joints wild. She's laying the balls on me today. God
Right.
dang.
What's going on?
Thomas!
What you did?
I don't know what I did.
Can we work our way into the conversation?
Yes, ma'am. That's crazy. Hey, it's your birthday. I ain't gonna say nothing.
It's my birthday. Okay. Let's look now.
I'm just here so I don't get
any other day you get a whooping. You deserve a whooping on any other day.
Oh, we.
I know. I'm being bad today. Where's my birthday? All right. So people, don't forget to hit the Cash App.
Hit the like button, people. Hit the like button. Share the video.
Share. We're about to have some fun. So we're going to talk about the feminization of the boys is rising. So are men the blame? That is the first round. Okay. Because the ladies say y'all always blaming things on the women, on the mamas. It's your fault. Okay.
Yeah.
So I have a clip for you guys to watch.
Hey, my love bugs. So this is the Saturday fit check. I have on black and white.
Hey, excuse me. You look really confident.
Yes.
What makes you confident?
My confidence.
Where does your confidence come from? Who do you credit your confidence to?
I don't know, really. Just, I guess the shit that I've been through, you know, makes you confident.
Can you share one of those?
Homosexual.
Some point. Huh?
Are you homosexual?
A what?
I'm homosexual.
What's that?
So Jay, I got something to tell y'all.
What?
I cannot be gay anymore.
Okay.
You know why? I have a girlfriend now. And she's ready to fucking everything.
So, gentlemen, when you hear the words feminization of the boys, do you guys just think only sexual, emotion, style, behavior, or something deeper? What do you think when you hear feminization of boys? And what do you think about the first clip we just watched? Let's start with Thomas.
I ain't gonna get no clips in my when I'm talking. Am I good?
We'll get no clips. Go ahead. Let's go.
So basically, you hear stories about grown boys and grown men coming home, coming out the closet, and the dad is irate. The dad is irate. The dad ain't going for it. He don't like it. So I'm gonna stand by my. This right here is solely on the women because they want the man. They raise them boys to be feminine, to think like a woman, act like a woman, talk like a woman. And when there's no man around to get that masculine authority around, this is what happens. So my take is there's a disconnect between the dynamics between mom and the dad, how their sons are coming out like this. That's I'm gonna land my plane.
Okay. Nino, you on mute, Nino?
My bad. I guess what I think about feminization, I guess the way they dress and mannerisms comes to mind. As far as who fault it is, I mean, it's obviously the women's fault because they didn't basically took all the power away from the man and ran him out the house. You know, I don't really see a lot of men not trying to be there for their children or whatever. And even when they are there, I mean, they don't have any really real control, in my opinion. Most of them don't. Anytime if they try to take control, the woman could just easily leave. So kind of like you got to kind of go with what the woman is saying and what they want, and they kind of pushing the alphabet community agenda, and I guess it's taking over with the boys or whatnot.
Mm-hmm. Uncle Ricky,
Ma'am.
you want
what? Yeah. Oh, what? Look. I'm old school, right? I understand what this is, right? You destroy the man, you take away the ability of a nation to war.
Mm-hmm.
You destroy the man, you take away a nation's ability to war. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Again, how I look at this, especially when it comes to the parenting, that are the mothers that impart that into their sons are so far away from nature, it's ridiculous. Right? Think about what a young boy had to see in his life to adopt that type of lifestyle.
Mm.
What was his mama doing? We know the daddy wasn't there. Right? And even if he was there and the daddy allowed this without ostracizing the child, especially when they grown, you can't do that in my house. I'm just keeping it being with y'all. You can once you grown and you get out in the world, whatever you do is what you do, but you can't do that in my house. But aren't these the men that women, the modern women say now that are more capable than the masculine man?
Mm.
Aren't these the men that they say that the masculine man, the old school dudes that follow the patriarchy and masculinity, right? These are the men that we haven't evolved to.
Mm-hmm.
If that's the case, you know what I'm saying? I don't need to see Professor Xavier. I don't want no mutant genes. I don't want none of that. I'll stay right where I'm at.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Fatty?
I don't know what's there to be done about it. People are gay. People don't like it. Let them get themselves out of the gene pool and move along. That's all that is. And I think there's a difference between being gay and being flamboyant. You see what I'm saying? There's a difference between I am attracted to a person of the same gender and that's my whole identity, right? That's the whole thing I do is the rainbow flag and the dress and the perspire, like the way of talking. I think most of people are more concerned with the second part than with the first because gays are always going to be around us. The flamboyant part, not extreme, but the eccentric part, I think is the part that is kind of people want to go get back inside of the lamp because they're not used to seeing it. But I don't know. I don't have a strong opinion because, like I said, if you don't like what Magic Johnson's son is doing, he's going to like he's acting himself out of the gene pool. He's not going to reproduce. So your problem will be solved sooner or later. Anyway, so it is what it is.
Okay, brother.
Yeah, you know that's no bueno for me, sis. Feminization of our boys, I believe, it's a real thing. And we all kind of play a part in it. The women absolutely, but us as well. Society as well. We kind of perpetuate women. We don't hold them accountable. We can't talk to them how they need to be talked to. Like it's more opportunistic to be a woman. So when I kind of weigh it all, put the food in there, it's like it's not coincidence that mostly everybody got one gay child. It is nuts. But when we celebrate these chicks, they aspire to become them again. I think acceptance, and when you don't say nothing about it, that shit becomes advertisement. Now these boys want to be girls. Like we say, the women leading the households, and these women are the leaders of the community, and they the backbone and all of this. Like they hear that shit. And then they look at the other side. You got to be responsible and show up every day and go to work when it's raining and everything falls on you, even when it's not your fault. Like, I'd rather be a girl too. That's what they think. So I'm not surprised at all at this shit. I think it's atrocious. And I think they adopt the worst characteristics. I see positive women. I sit around you and my wife all the time. Y'all growing plants and nurturing things. They don't adopt those characteristics. I see them niggas shaking ass and Don Julio'd up. Like they adopt all the horrible characteristics of what they think a woman is. And it's because women don't get checked for this shit. Niggas actually like celebrate this shit and say they could do what they want and all that. Like, no, they can't. Because that shit will become advertisement. And now we got boys thinking they girls. And that shit is a shame.
So my question is, because especially in the Black community, a lot of our young men are being raised by single mothers, right? So the pushback will be, well, you men left the boys to the feminine. You left the boys in feminine energy. The men are not providing masculinity for the boys to find their identity with the men. So what do you guys say about that when you get that pushback? Well, you guys are not there. Men are not. Your father's not there. What would be the pushback for that?
Well, Miss Petty Red, this is another thing, and one thing what I don't like to use as examples as celebrities like Dwayne Wade and Magic Johnson, because they're in the public eye and they got a lot of sponsors, they got a lot of deals. So if they
Them
was to
niggas
come
is
out,
human and they horrible humans. The
right,
fuck?
they
Stop
start
saying
coming.
that, B. These celebrity niggas is worse than us, B.
No, can I finish what I'm saying?
You
For
sure
you,
can. You sure
I got
can.
you,
I
bro. Let me,
apologize.
I got
You
you,
know,
bro.
I get kind of
I got,
passionate when
nah, I
people
got
try
you.
to
No, the reason why I'm
bulletproof
saying,
celebrity.
the reason why I'm saying that is because they, even if they wanted to disown it, if they was disowning the public eye, the rainbow community, their wives, they'll come under attack. So them noodlebacks, they got to go along with it because they don't want to come under attack in the public eye. May lose endorsements, la la la. But when it comes down to what you said, Petty Red, see, this is the thing. A woman can choose her happiness over her family, and she can leave her marriage and her family for her happiness. And I'm not going to sit here and say what the man. There's multiple reasons why a man is not there with the family. But let's just say that he chose his happiness over the family. He left because he chose his happiness. He might have chose his peace. Maybe they wasn't hit. Maybe she ran him out the door. I just refuse to believe that he just went to the store and just never came back. There's always a reason for something. All these just out the blue, random, he's not around, because that's the story you don't hear. That's the part you don't hear. All the facts and evidence leading up to the dad not being there. There's multitudes of reasons. But the only thing you see is the dad's not around. Well, there's a reason why the dad's not around. And maybe a lot of times the kids will understand why the dad's not around once they grow up and start seeing it for their own selves. So for the dad not being around, if women can use not being around for their happiness, I don't think a man should be shamed for not being around. Because unless he just stepped out the door and said, "I'm abandoning my responsibilities," which normal men don't do, average everyday men don't do. You want to talk about that 5-10%, go ahead. But I think that the men's not around. Maybe it's because it's too much drama and stress where he's at. Still don't stop him from loving his kids.
Anybody?
Look here, God damn it. Y'all
Go ahead, correct.
What? Hey, it's the man's fault. It's the man's fault. I'll take it. Look, I'll give you that. It's the man's fault. I'll take it. But I thought y'all didn't need no man.
No, hey, let's go. Tell him, Rick.
I thought the kids didn't need no daddy.
Right.
Right.
I'm the mama and dad. Father's Day, they celebrating themselves too.
I'm arguing with you on Facebook because you saying Happy Father's Day and you a lesbian. Again, listen to it. Hey, Sean, my shit is circular because it's true. Right?
That's a fact.
Y'all need to pick a fucking lie. You bitches. I'm going to call y'all what y'all are. You bitches need to pick a fucking lie. Either the man ain't shit, he's not necessary, you don't need him around, he's a dead weight if he's not doing what you want him to do, or the black man is so important that you got to keep him around, even if he fucking around on you, even if he on bullshit, even if he not the man that you want him to be right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was the man when he nutted in you, right?
Right.
Oh, but Sean, I'm so smooth with it, my boy. Hey, Thomas. Hey, you so laced up, my boy. They don't know what to say. Like Thomas walk in and he step out that Benz, them panties drop.
We irresistible, boy. Rick. We irresistible.
The black man is irresistible.
Let's go.
Okay, yes, y'all are. Yes, I agree. Mm-hmm.
The black man is irresistible, right? Until you have a kid by me, right? And I tell you to get right. I'm irresistible till I tell you, give me my fucking son. Right? Either the black man is important or he's not. Pick a fucking lie, you bitches. And you niggas too.
I mean,
wake up, bitch. You is a dumb hoe.
Anybody else? Because I got a clip for y'all. Mm-hmm. Anybody else on that one? Anybody else had something to say? Rick dropped the mic on that one.
Yeah, he did.
Dropped the mic on that one. So, some of you guys touched on what I want to say.
Petty Red, 1 second. I got a family emergency. I'm coming back though. I got to take care of something right quick.
Okay, no problem.
Hey, be safe, bro. Be safe.
Yeah. No, I'll be back though. I just got a family emergency right quick.
Yep.
All right.
Safe.
So some of you guys mentioned the what's his name? The Wade guy or whatever.
Dwayne
Wade and his son and the Magic Johnson and stuff like that. So that brings me to my next set of questions. Are the men confusing the boys? I got a clip. I want y'all to watch. This one kind of triggered me a little bit because I don't like this. But anyway, I got to play it.
You know, as kids, I used to put on heels. I used to do all those things. I try to put on whatever my sisters wear. When all my sisters did, I try to do those things. So at first I said to myself, oh no, I did that. So I ain't just doing the things that I did.
She is the child of Dwayne Wade, but she was sued by her biological mother just because she is no longer a son.
Zaya Wade, 18 years old this year, was born into a family of basketball superstars, but she did not choose to take the traditional path. In 2020, Zaya publicly came out as a transgender person. Her father, Wade, and stepmother, Gabrielle Union, fully supported her. They not only spoke out to support her, but also helped her submit legal applications to officially change her name and gender. But her biological mother strongly opposed it, angrily denouncing it as a farce of minors being manipulated. She even filed an objection to the court, and the relationship between mother and daughter was almost broken. On one side is the family split, and on the other side is the online abuse. But Zaya did not retreat. She devoted herself to the LGBTQ plus advocacy movement and joined hands with her father to launch the Translatable platform. In 2023, she officially became a model and appeared on the Miu Miu show. Some people say she is brave, while others say she is just a victim pushed to the forefront. Do you think this is really her own choice?
My husband surprised his son by taking him to the prom.
Don't mess up that makeup, Jabba. Jabba. Look down, let him cry. Oh, he's crying. Oh my God. Oh, you made him cry. Wait, let's let him fall on the floor. Let him fall. Let him fall on the floor. Oh, poor baby. Hurry up. I know my son is going to fall. Hold on. Man, get so hard, honey. Get so hard. Get it on. Yes. Look up. Oh, Mello's crying. That was a little man. He didn't know his pops was going to be there. He's crying. This is monumental. Beautiful. I know. I'm so crying. Oh. Oh. All right, come on. I need pictures. Excuse me. Good. I love the candidness. Let him know. Let him. Let's go. Okay. Moving emotion.
I just saw your son down the street and he had on a full face of makeup.
What? Where did he get it?
He said he got it from his Aunt Doris.
I told him not to wear that stuff. She wears that cheap crap. It's going to break his face out. I told him I would take him to Ulta.
I'm going to say it since won't nobody else say it. It is not a hate crime that some people just not okay with the gay stuff. Like, I respect those people who just not okay with it, don't like it, don't tolerate it, and really don't want you around them. I could respect that because I don't ever want to be in a room where I'm not accepted or you don't want me there. So a lot of y'all people that be running around and so upset as if people just supposed to welcome us with open arms as if what we doing is normal, I'm here to say it's not. And that's okay. I understand that it's not okay for some. But as long as you respect me enough to allow to up front say I don't tolerate that. I could respect that more. I could respect that more because I want to protect me. I don't ever want to put me in an uncomfortable situation. So thank you for letting me know. Y'all get y'all panties in a bunch when people tell y'all or say their opinion on how they feel about things or if they dislike something. It's okay. Everybody don't have to like what you do.
So Thomas made a comment about the father's not accepting and being, I don't want my son to do this. But it seems like it's now more on the rise where fathers are more accepting.
What do you do exactly? Do you excommunicate him like John Wick?
Mm-hmm.
Do we throw him down the river? Like, what do you do? I have the same position that I have with us complaining about women being hoes. It's done. Why does it bother
For you it's done. For somebody else it's not. Here's the thing. If my son was a drug dealer, I wouldn't fuck with him. If my daughter was a prostitute, I wouldn't fuck with her. If he was a serial killer, I wouldn't fuck with him. So if I don't rock with it, like he said in the video, people don't rock with that shit, B. But what's funny is people rock with hoes, people rock with booty hole brown, people like it depends, let them get divorced and nobody stays together forever. It seems like People are with all the fuckery, but when somebody says, "Yo, I ain't with something," that's not respected.
All the
Make that
things
make
that
sense.
all the things that you mentioned are like those actions have victims, right? Me selling drugs, me gang banging, me like all those actions that you said is actually there's somebody that is going to be on the other side of whatever I'm trying to do.
No, but it's all voluntary on both sides.
No, it's
Fatty.
not.
Yes,
No,
it
it's not.
is. Yes, it is. If a person is a prostitute or a whore, she chose to be that, and a trick choose to be a trick, right? If a person is on drugs at one time or another, they made the choice to put that shit in their arm, right, or smoke that shit. It's a choice.
But we are not talking about the person buying it. We're talking about the person selling it.
Right, but you gotta come from my standpoint. I believe everybody's sexuality is a choice.
Yes. So the question is, should we care if Nino decides to go down the streets and buy some drugs?
No. It's not even about caring. I hear what you're saying, right?
I'm saying like I'm being pragmatic, right? These issues exist in society.
Yes.
Women are hoes, men are becoming feminine, women are bisexual in mass, families are not together. I respect people like y'all that actually take the time of the day and the effort to try to correct society. But on a pragmatic way, how do you stop this? And the question is kind of you don't. Because just like this woman being promiscuous until they find you at 31 and trying to marry you, by the time you tackle these situations, the genie is out of the bottle. Like there's nothing you can do other than, in my opinion, try to make sure that this kid is not doing some dangerous shit to himself or deleting himself, all that. But if my son comes in and he starts to be flamboyant and all that, I'm not going to push him and
But he's doing
say,
something
yeah,
dangerous to
but I'm
himself.
going to have to love him the way he is because he's not hurting nobody.
Yeah,
He is hurt. He is hurting somebody. He hurting himself. So HIV is not a problem.
You can if I have HIV, is a
colon
problem. If I'm
damage
spreading
and like
HIV,
all that
there's
shit
a
that
different
comes
thing.
with all that booty stuff. That's not a problem in our society. Hepatitis and all of that shit. That's not a problem.
No, the STD rates are, but these people are like, how do you know like, if I'm Dennis Rodman, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm feminine on the outside, but I'm fucking bitches. Is that a problem?
Absolutely.
Why?
Absolutely a problem. Because we can't treat Dennis Rodman any different than we would treat somebody that came home from jail and had sex with a woman. Like we're just bringing awareness that all of this fluidity is out here, and all of the fluidity is going to lead to problems. That's the only, nobody's trying to correct society. Again, we know promiscuity is always going to be. It's the people who define themselves through sex. Again, a lot of people don't listen all the way to the end. When you say I can be married because somebody wanted to fuck me, or I'm a dime because somebody fucked me, you're wrong. You're not. And what we're saying is when you define yourself with this shit, that's when you're wrong, because that's not what defines a person. And homosexuality and butt stuff is dangerous, physically and societally. If everybody thought like that, there would be no.
Yeah, but there's a fallacy, because if everybody was a trucker, society would collapse. If everybody was a doctor, society
And that's
would
why
collapse.
everybody's not a trucker. And that's
That's
why
the
people
point. If
promote
everybody was gay, but
and have
not
jobs
everybody is gay.
for other things. So
Yeah, but the
promotion
question.
and you
So
go
what
ahead.
do we do? Like, what do we do with these people?
What do we
If
do?
you were
We do exactly what we're doing now. We bring other perspectives, other points of view, people who say they don't fuck with it, and we have the conversation and we go from there.
And does that work?
It's working right now. We're having the conversation, right?
Nobody
Somebody
will
will
turn-
watch this, even if we change one person. Job done, sir. It doesn't have to reach a million people.
I
Just
respect
one works.
I respect the effort, but nobody turned heterosexual after hearing somebody talk.
So
never in the history of mankind, nation is going to come in and say you shouldn't be gay, you should be hetero.
It's not about
The person that is gonna-
changing their
You know
mind.
what?
Their mind
Let
is
me throw
already
my
made
dresses
up.
away. I like
So what
women
about
again.
What
All
about
right.
the person that's impressionable, that's still trying
Right.
to make their mind up?
Yeah.
Where are
The
they?
latchkey
The
kid, the person
babies.
that don't have no parents, no inspiration, because this is what the conversation is avoiding, the lack of inspiration of men. I
Yeah.
get that we not in the house and whatever happened, but the fact remains we're not in the house. You can't inspire that child as a man when you're not even fucking around. So I get what everybody is saying. I'm just trying to bring a little bit of totality to the conversation and to make it again. This is gonna be my theme for this series. You can't put your hands in the air and be like, I ain't got nothing to do with it. Because you got a little something to do with it, B.
You kind
I
of
lay my
can,
plane there.
especially when you think you're wasting your time. If I'm preaching to these hoes, you guys need to stop being hoes. You need to stop being hoes, and every day stop being hoes, and they're not stop being hoes. The only thing that is making them stop being hoes is the third decade of their life, because now they are in panic and they need some kids. And I'm going to explain why being hoes might be bad, but they are not going to stop being hoes because they're
Right.
hoes.
I mean, but all you want to be able to do is say that you said it. It was said because again, they always use plausible deniability and say, no one told us this. We didn't have the information. We don't have the examples. And when you give them the examples, this is,
They will still be
this
hoes.
is the
Now,
energy you get.
I think when we're talking about we can't sit here like you said, Fatty, and preaching to the hoes that already made up their mind that they want to be a hoe. Okay, I think the issue is if we don't address what the problem is with these situations, how are we able to help the babies that are coming up?
Yeah, but what you going to do? Do bring back the Scarlet Letter, chastity belts?
So,
Because
Nah, just Shane.
you don't have
Shane
no
works.
enforcement. You
Just
don't have no
Shane.
enforcement
You
power.
ain't gotta
I
bring back
know,
none of that.
I know, I know. Great fathers. I know great fathers and mothers that did their job absolutely. There was no influence on the private school that they had, great grades and all that shit. And these people just go ahead and eat college, and now they're going crazy. And there's nothing they can point out to that. So daughter of the military general, daughter of the preacher, daughter, like she just wanted to do what she wanted to do. So that's
so,
what I'm saying. I
so
admire the effort. I'm just saying nobody's going to change because they were lectured. Because if your daddy can get through it, Fatty on the internet surely won't.
So,
Hello.
my point is this. So, for example, if there is a father that is absent from his child's life right now, and he's
Hmm.
listening to the consequences and seeing the
Yes.
clip and saying, you know what, I think I need to step up my game with my son
Hmm.
because maybe he sees some things that the mother is doing that we're going to get into later. Then maybe I need to step up. So
So
it's not for the it's I always say a lot of times when I'm talking on my shows and stuff, a lot of times it's not for the masses, it's just for that one person that it hits. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
but just to make sure that we're talking. So you are saying that the man was a deadbeat dad that never wanted to take care of his kid, and all of a sudden he heard somebody preach on the internet, and all of a sudden says, "You know what? I'm going to be a good dad."
It happens.
Okay.
They try to reach out. Well, let me try one more time. Let me make an effort just by listening to someone
Hey,
or
maybe all right. Maybe I'm wrong.
so. I mean, it happens.
I mean,
I
I'm
get
not sure how much internet you watch,
everybody's
but
point.
I watch
Everybody's point is
AM.
the fact.
AM said he had people that wanted to take themselves out, and based on his rhetoric, kind of did a 180. And a lot of influencers, I believe that's why the name is what it is. Like there's influence in these
Yes.
words, in these programs. So I get that, it can be taken lightly, but sometimes a message can be, to get somebody through something. Like 2 days ago, my cat died, right, sis? Like I was fucked up. Like my cat, that's some shit. But watching a couple of shows, like had me laughing. I call sis. Like sometimes these little nuances, they get you through things, man. And it
I agree.
doesn't have to be super impactful. And it
Right.
could just be a nugget that you carry or a ripple in the pond. But those things create waves, B. And you know, I get what you're saying, that you admire the effort, but you said it so many times, I don't even know if I believe that. Um, but the effort is what's where it starts at, B.
Yeah,
Like it when you
because
want to. Yeah, you go ahead.
but
You go ahead.
but the cases that you said, I can understand why you want to talk, because usually people that say they want to die, they are waiting for an excuse to leave. So me talking to them is actually pushing them in the direction they want to do it in the first place. They want hope, right? You like escapism. We are here having a conversation. The person is having a bad day, but now their day is actually now good because they got the chance to forget about their problems and realize, I believe in that. I don't believe you can change a hoe into a regular woman just with talking. I don't believe you can change a man that is highly feminine and flamboyant just by saying you shouldn't be do that. That's wrong. There's a different things, different categories. I think people are going to be in certain things. They actually want to be there, and they're not going. The only thing is going to stop them from being that is consequences. So
Yeah,
we
I
can
agree with that.
compartmentalize certain things and say, I actually value the message, because I say this to Ali all the time. I say this to Ali all the time. I appreciate Ali because you care. But what is the, if Jesus can save these hoes, why you think you're better than Jesus?
Like
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
the
I'm not
problem I
cheating
have.
on Jesus. I'm saying, hey, shout out to Jesus. I appreciate the difference. Come
Indeed.
on, man. Like people are good.
The issue I have is this. Now, if I'm being totally transparent, I don't care who you sleep with. It's not my business, right? I could care less. I got a uncle. He's been gay as long as I've known him. You know what I'm saying? What I hate is how they try to hide it like it's within their nature. You know what I'm saying? Like it's something that's natural that happens all the time. It's not. I don't care what nobody say. It's you choose who you want it, who you sexually attracted to at the end of the day. You choose that. You choose who you have sex with. I don't care what's going on in your little weird head of yours, but you choose to lay down with a man or a woman. Now, how you got there, it could be a number of different ways. You could just believe that's what it is, right? You can believe that you can say you saw something or you was traumatized or whatever, but it doesn't matter. When the rubber meets the road and that situation arises, you choose to make that choice. Own it. Own your choice, right?
So
It's not
I
within
don't
nature
agree
to
it's
be
always
that.
a choice. I believe that is nurture and nature. Some men just, or some women just, they just like what they like. Like they don't train into getting aroused if they see a man or a woman. Some people are choosing their alternative lifestyle. Absolutely, they're going out of their way. Like women that never were gay, they go to woman-only schools or WNBA, and all of a sudden they engage into a lifestyle because it's abundant around them. But I believe that there's a lot of people that didn't choose to be gay. They're just gay because that's how their brain works. Because think about it. You can observe in nature 98% of animals, you can observe homosexual behavior between them. And that shit was not taught. So you can tell me that a person uh, learn how to like kids. That's ridiculous. Some people have a so fucked up brain that for their trigger arousal goes for kids. You see what I'm saying? Like it's not. I don't believe a person.
Their
Like,
brain
let
is
me.
fucked up, right? Their
You
brain
see
is
what I'm
fucked
saying?
up,
Yeah.
right? Right, exactly. That's all I'm saying. Right. Me personally, I think you should take most of those people's information and opinions with a grain of salt. Because their brain doesn't process correctly. Y'all can call me what the fuck y'all want. I don't care. That's my belief.
Do we extend that to lesbians, for example?
Yes.
Yes, same thing.
Yes. It doesn't matter to me. Lesbians, gay, like I don't see why people find lesbians sexy. It's like watching two gay men.
I don't know if I agree with that. In principle, I agree with that, Ricky. But in practicality, no
I
man
try to
or
be
woman see two women kiss and say, yuck.
I
You
try
know
I
what I'm
do.
saying?
I try to be very principled. That's my problem.
Yeah.
So, do you guys think boys raised by single mothers unconsciously model femininity due to lack of male imprinting?
I need to look at studies because most of these guys that are flamboyant, at least for the public eye, they kind of have dads around. Actually, the first problem that people have is, why is the daddy allowing this? And we use celebrities because, like, why is anyone allowing this? Why Magic Johnson allowing this? Why? And the question is, maybe he didn't have, like, for the Zaire dude, it sounded weird the way that he got there.
Yeah, yeah.
The Magic Johnson kid, he was always like that. Every time he was out, like, oh shit, look at that 6'7" motherfucker. That's not an heterosexual man. You could see that,
right?
So I don't know.
Again, none of us can know exactly what went on because we wasn't in the rooms. You understand what I'm saying? But if we look at the culture that he was raised in, Magic Johnson always kissing the dude, ain't he?
That's European culture.
No, answer the question, sir. Answer the question, sir.
Kissing on the cheek is gay, Ricky.
You want to kiss me on the cheek,
Ricky,
fatty?
that's the only thing I can.
You want to kiss me on the cheek, fatty?
Isaiah and Magic
Because it's not your
crazy.
culture. No, Ricky.
Ricky. It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter. I'm
so
not kissing Fatty on the cheek. When I meet Fatty in Portugal, I'm giving him a pound. I ain't kissing you on the cheek.
Yeah. No, but that's the thing. I will adjust to your culture, right? But if you go around the world, for example, remember with that controversy where they were saying Tom Brady and his dad kiss on the mouth and all that?
That's gay.
That's regular around the world. That's regular.
That's gay,
it's
sir.
Cultural.
That's crazy.
That's
the mouth.
Yes. Tom Brady and his dad kiss on the mouth. That's regular.
I'm not kissing no man. Y'all can.
That's regular. Like if my dad goes on a trip on a vacation and I'm not going to see him for a while, I give him 2 kisses on the cheek.
Shout out to Poppy. So is the culture a learned behavior?
Yes, is
okay. Then let's move on.
No, but it is since the beginning of mankind, Ricky.
Right, but it's a learned behavior, though, right?
And remember, Ricky, Magic Johnson was the biggest playboy in Los Angeles for like 2 decades.
Don't care,
if
bro.
somebody was fucking bitches, that was Magic Johnson.
Booty and coochie, nigga. He was getting booty and coochie. Let's keep it clean.
Okay, these
just
men
like
will
Dwayne
go to
Wade,
hotel
getting booty and coochie.
Hey Ricky, this man will go to a hotel ever 17 some, but he's gay because he kissed.
And the 17 person and the 17 some will be a dude.
Damn, that's crazy. That's some stronger.
Who are these niggas? I cried laughing when I read it. You know what I'm saying? like, we need to stay away from these niggas.
I don't know who y'all talking about. Who y'all talking about?
We're talking about Magic Johnson.
Oh, okay. I was like, what are we talking about?
But back to it, right? Again, a lot of these people, again, it's about what you see and what you experience that make your mind go to a certain place. You see what I'm saying? No one ever wants to address that. Now, is there people that come and then you already think that? Sure, but again, it's still a malfunction, in my opinion.
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that, Ricky, because
in my opinion,
I got a clip for you. I'm glad you said that. Because here we go.
When you grow up without a father, we're trying to please mom. So
let's do my 5-year-old's makeup. Okay, we're not actually doing his makeup, but we're doing a little something because he wanted to be like his mama. I did add some of my serum, but don't worry, guys.
What y'all got to say?
You know what I find wild? You keep playing these clips, and all I'm seeing is women putting makeup on little boys. But the show is trying to prove that somehow this is man's fault. But how? They're the ones doing it.
I know. But they want to blame you guys because you're not there. If the men is not there, they're because I put the question in a Facebook group, and a lot of the women were saying, well, if the men were present, this wouldn't have happened. These things would happen. This is not my opinion, of course. I'm just trying to see how the women are.
So let me get this right. This is what society is saying. So no influence is greater than present influence.
You're right.
Is this what we agreeing to?
That's what they.
The argument. This absolutely.
So no influence, right?
Argument.
The person that's not there to teach you or to do anything, to give you any negative or positive enforcement, influence, anything is worse than a person that's there giving you an influence. Is that what y'all saying?
That's what they're saying.
So it sounds like mothers are just shitty at their job.
Yeah.
Let's go. Shitty mom gang.
Because I mean, it don't take rocket science to know that you're not supposed to be putting makeup on a little boy. I mean, whether the father's there or not.
Pick a lie. That's all I keep asking y'all to do. Patty, how long I've been asking to pick a lie?
For a while now, for a couple of years.
Which one is it? Absent. Hey, Sean, you remember my show, Absence is Abuse? How can I abuse you if I'm not there?
Right. Yeah.
Indeed.
How? How can I? What? Hey. Don't women say it's better that he gone?
I mean, that's what I hear. I hear I'm the mom and the dad, so
I guess they really mean I'd rather do bad by myself, huh?
But when it comes to the boys with the lipsticks and all that, let me ask you a question. Humans, we are biologically supposed to be a little smarter than animals based because we have the ability to reason. Like a shark or some animal that's hungry, they're not gonna know, oh, that's a human. Oh man, that ain't the food I want. They just so what I'm trying to say is if the animals can get it right, why the humans can't get it right? Like you never see another male dog trying to get behind another male dog.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying?
You do.
No.
It's not for sexual purposes. It's just the dominance thing. They're not actually trying to get stuck on a male dog like they would a female. Because you never seen two male dogs stuck together.
That's not the point. They try to fuck each other.
Okay.
No.
They try to fuck each other. Like
you have to show me some results of that. I never seen a lion. I never seen a lion trying to mate with a male lion, trying to mate with another male lion. A dog, a tiger.
I need to say this. 1 second.
A cat.
I need to say this.
Go ahead.
Respectfully, right? I don't give a fuck what y'all saw. Okay? I never saw a private jet. I know it exists somewhere. I never saw it. I'm broke, baby. I only saw regular planes. I never saw a private jet. I know somebody has a private jet out there. I never saw a mega yacht. I know, probably I saw it. It's in Miami. But like, see what I'm saying? Just because you don't see something, that doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. And if you actually go and check GPT and you see, do male dogs ump each other? Do male lions ump each other? How much is the percentage of animals that you can find doing any kind of homosexual behavior? You will find out that 98% of species fuck each other from the same sex. I don't know why. I don't know.
No, I'm not going for it.
I mean, if you read a little further, right, you probably would read the part that it will say male dogs hump each other for as dominance. It's not sexual. They're not trying to get in the dog's asshole.
Okay.
You know, it's just a dominance thing. It's this is research. So
if I fuck
it's
a man
beyond being it's what people's it's what it's just like what you were saying about the two men kissing on the cheek. You know what I'm saying? You don't see that as gay, but other people do. I don't consider it gay. I understand that's a European custom. Just because two men are kissing each other on the cheek doesn't mean that they're gay.
So if I fuck a man in prison to establish dominance, not because I'm homosexual,
God
that's
damn
not
it.
gay.
But what I'm saying is, Fatty, they don't
No, that's what he
actually.
said.
They
He
don't
said- that's what
actually.
he said.
No. They don't actually have sex. Is what I'm
That's why
trying
they
to
do
get to.
that.
No, that's
They're not having
it's
sex.
got to be homosexual.
It's a fair point. I'm not going to sit up there and contradict myself. Or be a hypocrite. It's a fair point what Fatty's saying. It is a fair point.
It is a fair
right?
point.
But again, is that the case with most people that nobody knows because none of us can get inside the head? Again, these are opinions. It's my opinion, right? But again, me personally, I don't believe that most people have sex to establish dominance. We're looking for pleasure. You see what I'm saying? And no matter what, whether you dominating or for pleasure, it's still fucking, is what Fatty's saying. So it's a fair point on both sides.
Yes, and he's right because he's right about the dominance part, but they still fuck each other. That's what he's talking about. It's like your reason.
What I'm trying to get to him is the male dog never penetrates the other male dog. So
But that's what he says.
How they fucking each other?
Sometimes it happens. No, that's what he says here. Sometimes it actually happens. I trust both sides. I trust the side that might be poor dominance, but sometimes it actually happens. Remember when Ted's exclusives used to, I think he used to call woman or men bonobos. Remember that shit?
Yeah.
There's like the monkey that fuck each other all the time. That's why they call him bonobos, because the female monkeys keep fucking the female monkeys. He was calling the Priscilla squad bonobo monkeys because of that. Is it in society? Not penguins do that shit. Dolphins do that shit.
So Fatty, so basically, so when we get to, let's get to the science, biology, human, and based on the intent. And I'm not trying to move the goalposts. My thing is this: what's the definition of natural then?
Natural means you can observe it in nature. So I'm not saying it's normal, because normal is the normative. What is normal? Is heterosexual
Normal.
sex?
There you go.
That's the normal. Natural means that if you go on the wild, you will find instances where this happens, even though it's the minority. So gay people been written since we were writing in motherfucking walls with the hieroglyphs type to explain what the fuck are we doing here. This been happening in society. Lions fucking each other, gulls fucking each other, snails, spiders, like these things been happening in society, and there's no social conditioning. There's no man-made thing. I will agree with you that a lot of these people become this because it's trendy, because somebody influenced them.
It's more acceptable,
right?
exactly. Yeah.
But there are some people, and this is why I disagree with what Ricky said. There's a bunch of people that their brain is wired like that because, like I said, there's no way you can tell me that the PDF file learn how to love a woman on that, or not a woman, a kid on that egregious way. You see what I'm saying? The repulse thing, right? Their brains work like that. They're broken. You have to do something about it.
And that falls under not normal, correct? It falls under not normal, correct?
It found on
There
the
you go.
natural, not normal, because
That's what I'm
natural is found in nature. It's not normal at all, because you being attracted by a prepubescent child is something egregious that shouldn't happen. Your brain shouldn't be working like that.
So what about when we're talking about, because like on the clip you were showing how the women were impressioning the young boys. What about, like, not take it out of them becoming gay or anything like that, right? But just not having any type of masculinity to them. They're effeminate. They want to be flamboyant because they want to be like mama.
Because women, most people, including women, can't teach what they don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
You can't teach what you do not understand. You ever been in a training with somebody who don't know what the fuck they doing?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Right. This is my entire point, right? This is my entire point. If we all can look at the examples that's all around us and understand that this is not the way it should be going, why is it that especially when it comes to men, right? Like I said, I'm gonna keep it funky with y'all, right? Never ever have y'all heard Unc say, "I don't need no woman."
Right.
Never ever will y'all hear me say that. When y'all talk about my old lady, I tell y'all we to the ends of the earth. I can't see tomorrow without my old lady. You understand what I'm saying? Why is it so easy for women who can point out these things and put the blame on someone? Why do they treat their men so disrespectful? Why do they feel like men are throwaway, right? When y'all know for a fact that these things, right? And again, shout out to Fatty. Let's just keep it honest. Some people gonna turn out that way, right?
That's a fact.
Some people gonna turn out that way, right? But when y'all see the examples in the majority that if they have certain inputs and certain stimuli, right, they have a better chance. Nothing's 100%, right? If everything was 100%, all of us would play lotto and we probably see each other on the beach somewhere in Maui, right? But you know, with these stimuli that you're gonna get a better result. How can you say that man ain't shit, but at the same time it's your fault for what I'm going through?
Yeah.
Which one is it? Yeah, we as men have to admit that these women, look, bro, your girl don't know shit. Your girl, if she wasn't with you 9 times out of 10, or be in some fucked up situation, running off a goddamn cliff, bro. That's just the facts. A woman can never teach a man how to be masculine. It doesn't, nor will it ever happen, bro. Stop thinking y'all can raise these kids by yourself, because I'm telling you, you can't.
Yeah.
The ones that do, you're lucky. You're lucky.
Just like when you see like men and their wives die, the men they got kids, quite a few kids and their wives died. They finding they finding the stepmama fast with help raising the kids. Like I think men naturally know like we need a woman around with the
Yeah.
kids. Like we know that. Like we ain't about to. It's just nah. Especially when you got girls, you want them around. But see, the thing about it, what I think is, see, the reason why this is Uncle Rick, which is saying, why it happens like that. I believe that I'm just be honest. I think that most women look at men as according to service to them. I don't think they ever, because you gotta think about it. This is run it down. Most women, when they talk about they want this man, they want that man, they want this man, they want that man. These are my standards. You see it on the panels all day, on Fatty's panels all day. When they come on Petty Red and Ms. Heeshy, I hear clips all day. These outrages, these requirements. But the thing that's about these requirements is they substitute standards for preference. Because when you have a standard, like a standard for my company, and this is how we operate, that's where it is. You're not gonna, the company, and we're not gonna settle for nothing less. This is the standard, this is the quality of the company, and this is where it's at. But when you strip down their past, the standards that they usually have today is never anything that you can go back in their past and consistently see that this is what they upheld. They usually have dealt with everything that's not the standards that they set today. So they call it preference. So when they call these standards, these preferences, I want this man, it's all based on what they experienced from the past. And it's always the new man that has to do better, do more, be more than the last man. That's not a standard. That's a preference, because most women look at men as what can they do to service them. It's never about how can I be a service to the man. And if you sit down there and ask the women, okay, for all this you require from a man, when you ask them, okay, as what you're giving this man the equivalent value of what you're asking for him, and 98% of the times, I love that word, 98%, the answer is no. Because in reality, ladies, no disrespect, but there's not really too much that you can give to a man that's really that great. It's like, we fuck with you. We're going to deal with you. Like it's not really too much that you can say that you're going to give to a man that you haven't already give to another man, especially the ones that already had kids. It's not really too much. The only one thing a woman can never give to a man she never gave to another man is a child. But a man can offer a woman marriage, something that most has never had. So when we look at it from that standpoint, it's kind of like the nerve to look at men as what they can be as service instead of making it cohabiting. Like making it, I'm a service to you, you're a service to me. We're doing this together. But most women don't see men like that, Uncle Rick. They see is what can you do for me? How can you be better for me than what I was over here? And once they continue to have that mindset, I don't think they're ever going to look at men as anything more than a wallet, a dick, and what they can benefit from.
God damn.
Let me just close out my stream.
My bad, y'all.
No, it's fine. Friends, we're going to close out my stream. Come to this side and celebrate happy birthday. The redirect is on. So please go ahead and click on the redirect on top of the title. I appreciate you, Untouchables. Signing out. We're going to Red Show. Okay. Peace.
And make sure y'all don't forget to
support the Paper Towel Fund on Cash App, Red Lipstick Vibes.
shout out to my son Keela.
Whoa.
Shout out to Kayla.
Nephew.
Miss Tyranny, you gotta pick a side, Miss Tyranny. God damn.
Wait, did I send money to
What's she say?
Miss Tyranny, you gotta pick a side.
Did I send money to myself? I'm on the right place, right?
I don't know where you send money.
Yeah, you were Theo. No, I'm talking about
the super chat to you.
Yeah, because I was saying that he was wrong, but then
So Tyranny says there's a lot of women can pour into a man outside of sex and a child. Y'all act like nurturing and caring and patience and listening and encouragement is something a person's supposed to give.
Men can pay for that. Men can pay for that. They can buy them millionaires. They can buy a wife for a week of $15,000 a night, and they do all that nurturing, caring. Listen, old man do it all the time. He can buy that.
Well, what is she? Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.